The issue of the bombing of the girls' school is heartbreaking. There is zero chance the United States of America intentionally targeted a school. Zero. We don't do that. That's true. But that doesn't mean we're incapable of mistakes in this war. And on the first day of it, an Iranian girls' school that was right near one of its missile bases was bombed, and 175 people died, the vast majority of whom were young, very young, single-digit age children, girls in particular. We are told that it was bombed by a Tomahawk missile, which is an American missile. It was developed during the Cold War, right before the Gulf War was the first time we used them, the first Gulf War in 91. That's an American thing. And we have sold them only to a couple of countries. I think it's Australia and Great Britain, neither of whom were bombing in this Iranian campaign. So that is why so many, the Wall Street Journal, others, the New York Times, taking a close look at it, have concluded this was an American missile. Pete Hegseth said we're investigating. And President Trump came out yesterday and said, it wasn't us. I'm convinced it was an Iranian missile. The Iranians don't have Tomahawks, which is why the press has been incredibly and understandably skeptical when he says that. And finally, reporter Sean McCreesh actually followed up asking the president how he can say that in an exchange that saw the president immediately shift his messaging. It was pretty extraordinary. SOT 10.
There's footage that shows that an American missile strike and a Tomahawk missile likely destroyed that Iranian girls' school. So will the U.S. accept any responsibility?
Well, I haven't seen it. And I will say that the Tomahawk, which is one of the most powerful weapons around, is used by, is sold and used by other countries. You know that. And whether it's Iran, who also has some Tomahawks, I wish they had more. But whether it's Iran or somebody else, the fact that a Tomahawk is very generic. It's sold to other countries. But that's being investigated right now.
Hi, Mr. President. You just suggested that Iran somehow got its hands on a Tomahawk and bombed its own elementary school on the first day of the war. But you're the only person in your government saying this. Even your defense secretary wouldn't say that when he was asked, standing over your shoulder on your plane on Saturday. Why are you the only person saying this?
Because I just don't know enough about it. I think it's something that I was told is under investigation. But Tomahawks are used by others, as you know. Numerous other nations have Tomahawks. They buy them from us. But I will certainly, whatever the report shows, I'm willing to live with that report.
Imagine rockets from the border, cutting through a Texas night. Schoolyard dust turns into fire, sirens screaming red and white. 175 daughters gone before the morning bell. Tell me what the headlines will be calling that kind of hell. Will we call it terror? Will we call it crime? Would the country rise together, every voice in line? But somewhere past the ocean, where our missiles light the sky, the same graves filled with children, and the world just passes by. If it happened here, we would cry for justice. If it happened here, we would say it's wrong. But somewhere past the water, where the fire raves tonight, the same graves filled with children, and we barely sing their song. If it happened here, if it happens here, would you still look away? After Tokyo burned bright, like the sun fell to the ground, we swore the world would never let that darkness come around. So we wrote the rules of war, said the it happened here, would we say their names? If it happened here, would the world feel shame? Talk of fire in the sky, talk of nations ending while the innocent die. 17,000 homes shattered, hospitals turned to stone, numbers on a briefing slide, but somebody called them home. And the laws we built from ashes after history's darkest flame, now the scaffolding is cracking, forgets its shame. We would fill the streets with anger. If it happened here, no one would look away. But somewhere past the ocean, where the smoke hides in the night, the same cries reach the heavens, and we turn our eyes away. If it happened here, if it happened here, would you hear us? If it happened here, would you hear us? If it happened here, would you care? If it happened here, would you call?